Hi, my name is Anne-Marie, user U10088882. Welcome to my multimodal presentation. This presentation is Assignment 1 for EDX3270 Literacies Education. Let's explore. Has text killed the written world? The Age is a well-known newspaper. It publishes Monday to Sunday after midnight on the internet, and as news breaks, The Age updates its website throughout the day. The website is extremely useful and valid. The article is about a huge array of text, talk, and language that is sinking into our spoken language today. It discusses topics such as students using texting to avoid face-to-face confrontation and the emotionless world of text, forums, and emails. This source is moving forward in the digital realm and continues to remain a respected information source. The Participatory Classroom Web 2.0 in the Classroom. The Participatory Classroom Web 2.0 in the Classroom is written by Marlene Aslin and Mariam Moyeri. Marlene Aslin currently holds the position of Professor at the University of British Columbia. Mariam Moyeri currently holds a PhD in Education at the University of British Columbia and is a part of the Education faculty. Their aim was to provide examples of how the teachers of today can incorporate Web 2.0 applications into the classroom. The two were able to suggest ways to tap into Web 2.0 applications to support student development of the new literacies which facilitate thoughtful, critical participation and the collaboration in creation of new understandings. Computer games pushing at the boundaries of literacy. This source is a part of the Australian Journal of Language and Literacy, Volume 33. The authors have aimed to share young people's experience and needs within these digital times. They explore the literacy practices involved with computer games. Both Catherine Beavis and Joanne O'Mara are a part of the School of Education and Professional Studies, Griffith University, and School of Education, Deakin University. Griffith University is looked upon as an innovative and influential university in Australia. Deakin University was established in the 70s and holds a strong focus on both excellences in teaching and new ways to accomplish it. Work from either of these universities would be well respected, but with work from both, reliability of this source is increased. Looking for My Corpse, Video Games and Player Positioning. Looking for My Corpse, Video Games and Player Positioning is a part of the Australian Journal of Language and Literacy, Volume 33. The aim of this source is to get across to the reader how worthy video games are. The resource brings forth how related a game is to reading a book and ways which they can enhance teaching and learning. The author of this source is Claire Bradford. Bradford is a well-educated woman who is professor at Australia's Deakin University. She states the tight relationship between a game player and a reader. Recognizing difference, one of the challenges of using a multi-literacies approach. The aim of recognizing difference, one of the challenges of using a multi-literacies approach, is bringing forth the importance of teachers' ability to recognize the diversity of their students. All of the work is based around New London Group's multi-literacies pedagogy. The author, Robin Henderson, is a lecturer. She lectures primary literacy and language in the School of Cultural and Language Studies in Education. Her lecturing is based at the Queensland University of Technology, which is a highly successful Australian university. Principle 2, adolescents need opportunities to participate in respectful environments characterized by high expectations, trust, and care. This source, Principled Practices for Adolescent Literacy, a framework for instruction and policy, is an excellent source of information. It is authored by Sturtevant, Anders, and Alverman. Sturtevant is a professor at George Mason University. Anders has a PhD at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Lastly, Alverman has a PhD at the University of Georgia. These reliable authors have created a resource with an aim to stress the importance of providing students with a positive schooling environment. It explores the importance of teachers creating positive relationships with their students, their families, and the community. Design and Transformation, New Theories of Meaning. Multiliteracies, Literacy Learning and the Design of Social Futures is authored by Cope and Calancis. Cope is a former academic and Calancis is an author and professor. This resource provides the reader with great information and has a major focus on change. In fact, this source suggests that change is one of the most unchanging aspects of communication. These changes are entities produced out of a prior interest which was both social and individual. ICT and Literacy. ICT and Literacy was published in 2001 and is a great resource for teachers. The source's main objective is to bring awareness to the reader about teaching with ICT. It brings forth many ways ICT can support teaching and learning. Its authors Gamble and Easingwood are great. Easingwood specializes in educational ICT at Anglia Ruskin University. Gamble has worked in education for over 25 years. Currently, she is lecturing, writing, and is also an education consultant. The Learning of Language, Teachers and Their Students. On Literacy and Its Teaching, Issues in English Education was published by the State University of New York Press, Albany. The State University of New York is its nation's biggest state university system and was founded in the year 1816. This university has always been dedicated to providing excellence in education, which adds to the validity of this source. This source is a collection of essays which targets a wide range of audiences. The aim of this source is to strike the importance of professionalizing English teachers. The impact of technology on our journey as teachers. Watts, Taff and Gwynn are the authors of Integrating Literacy and Technology, Effective Practice for Grades K to 6. This source is great and has so much valuable information. The use section of this source is all about how much technology will be involved in teaching. It explores how to benefit from technology and support teachers' need to create positive experiences with technology integration in the classroom. Watts, Taff and Gwynn are both well known and well educated. Watts, Taff has a PhD and is Associate Professor at University of Cincinnati. Gwynn has been recognized for her excellence in teaching and leadership in the community. Along with that, Gwynn is Adjunct Professor at ASCD. The 10 articles explore many great aspects of literacy today. Each article links because they are all on the subject of new forms of literacy and communication at present. The articles explore both the negatives and positives of these new forms of literacy creeping into our language. They talk about integrating these new forms of literacy into the classroom and how teachers will accommodate for it. After each of the 10 articles were read, there were some major statements put forward. For starters, it is believed that teachers are at a disadvantage when it comes to teaching language and literacy. This is because teachers seem to be lacking knowledge in the correct balance of language and literacy. The articles made it clear that teachers are in need of support from their organizations. If this support is provided, integration of technology and teaching will be achievable. Another statement was that the schools have a responsibility to ensure that their students are engaging in Web 2.0 applications. Teachers need to be moving away from using typical Web 1.0 applications like Google.com and reach into sites like diigo.com, a place where students can create, publish, and communicate. A major topic of discussion and statement is change. It was stated that change would be the most unchanging aspect of communication. Literacy itself is always undergoing drastic changes and transformations. For example, the integration of ICTs, which at first were daunting for teachers, but now ICT has the great ability to support teaching and learning. An important issue brought forward within the articles was the students as individuals, their families, and the community. The articles stated that the important roles which the students, families, and community hold. As teachers, they need to be communicating and creating positive relationships with all three. In fact, the school itself needs to have close ties with the community outside of the school. All of this will help create a respectful environment which in turn helps students support one another, become better language users, gain new knowledge, and think critically. All of the information found within the articles is important. It should seem important to any teacher. The topics of discussion are very true and relevant to teaching today. Much information is given and insight into teaching of today is provided. What the articles have stated help answer questions of interest for many teachers, new, experienced, or in training. The task of this assignment required a lot of ICT use by myself. It forced me to enter the world of Mahara and develop ways in which I can create a multimodal presentation. For starters, Mahara is a place I had never explored. At first daunting, I can now see the bright side of it. I can now see the abilities of Mahara and how they can help me. In the future, I know I'll be using it to my advantage. I chose to use PowerPoint because I have seen so many great presentations using this tool. I set a goal to incorporate use of not only pictures, like I usually do, but also my voice, and maybe some sounds if I can get it all figured out. I had not yet recorded voice on PowerPoint before, but this experience has made it clear how easy it can be. With use of voice in PowerPoint, it has brought forward my expectations of it. I have learnt that I could use PowerPoint in the classroom not just to show pictures, like I've done in the past, and words, but to have voiced explanations. As an up-and-coming literacies teacher, I will definitely be incorporating it into my teaching. As well as the capabilities of PowerPoint which I've recognised, I have also found out that I can upload these presentations onto the web, such as Mahara. As a teacher in training, this would be so valuable. You don't have to worry about saving presentations onto disks and USB devices when it comes into the classroom. It can just be on the web and available anywhere in the school. Gone are the days of hoping your USB doesn't crash. We just need a computer with internet access and all your information is there.